Humans often believe they understand everything about their planet. Yet there are many mysteries hidden beneath the water that continue to puzzle us and remind us that we might not know as much as we think. In this video, we're counting down the top 15 most mysterious underwater anomalies. Number 15. Underwater megalith enigma. The discovery of what may be a 6,000-year-old submerged city off the coast of Cuba has ignited intrigue among researchers and historians. Led by offshore engineer Paulina Zalitsky and her husband Paul Weisenhag, a team of Canadian and Cuban researchers employed sophisticated sonar and video devices to unveil a mysterious underwater landscape described as megaliths bearing resemblances to structures found at Stonehenge or Easter Island. The submerged cities exhibit non-natural shapes and symmetrical designs that defy explanations. The team's findings include structures of up to 1,300 feet wide and 130 feet high, stacked atop one another in a manner suggesting intentional construction. Photographic evidence captured from the site revealed some symbols and inscriptions, prompting anthropologists to speculate on their origin. Notably, the sonar images bear resemblance to the pyramidal structure of Mayan and Aztec temples in Mexico, hinting at potential connections. Situated some 2,000 to 2,300 feet beneath the ocean surface, the city rests on a plateau believed to be part of a mud volcano along a geological fault line. Geologists hypothesize that this region, once connected to Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, may have experienced multiple submersions in the past. Despite comparisons to the legendary Atlantis, the researchers approach their findings with cautious optimism, emphasizing the need for further investigation and collaboration with experts. The precise age of the site remains speculative, with estimates suggesting around 6,000 years, predating significant human inventions like the wheel and the sundial. Number 14. Submarine disappearances. Unexplained depths. In the realm of maritime mysteries, few incidents captivate the imagination like the unexplained sinkings of submarines. These deep-water tragedies, shrouded in uncertainty and speculation, leave lingering questions and evoke an aura of enigmatic strangeness. Consider the case of the Indonesian submarine KRI Nanggala, discovered in April 2021, 2,750 feet below the surface of the Bali Sea. The shattered remnants of the submarine, broken into 3 pieces, serve as a testament to the loss of all 53 crew members aboard. What led to the submarine's demise remains an unsettling puzzle. Indonesian officials have dismissed human error and instead postulated scenarios involving power failure or the impact of an undersea wave, compelling the vessel to descend far beyond its maximum depth. However, this unsettling incident is not an isolated occurrence in the annals of submarine history. In 1968, a series of disappearances gripped international attention, leaving behind a trail of unresolved questions that endure. Take, for instance, the perplexing fate of the INS Dakar, an Israeli T-class submarine that vanished without a trace during its journey from Britain to the Middle East. Despite extensive search efforts involving multiple nations, the sub's whereabouts remained a mystery for over 2 decades until its wreckage was finally located nearly 10,000 feet underwater between Crete and Cyprus. Similarly baffling is the story of Minerve, the French Navy Daphne-class submarine that vanished in 1968 while returning from a training operation. Despite an extensive search involving naval vessels and aircraft, Minerve's disappearance remained unexplained for over 50 years until its wreckage was finally discovered in 2019, fragmented across the seabed off the coast of Toulon. The Cold War era also witnessed the mysterious loss of K-129, a Soviet Golf II-class ballistic missile submarine that disappeared during a patrol in the North Pacific. The Soviet search efforts proved futile, but the United States, intrigued by the scale of this Soviet response, eventually located K-129's wreck some 16,000 feet below the surface. The subsequent secretive recovery mission, known as Project Azorian, added a layer of intrigue to an already cryptic episode in submarine history. The USS Scorpion, a skipjack-class nuclear-powered attack submarine, adds another layer of mystery to this maritime tapestry, vanishing in the Atlantic during its return from a Mediterranean patrol. Scorpion's wreckage was eventually found under 10,000 feet of water, revealing a shattered vessel with no definitive explanation for its demise. Number 13. Lake Michigan's sunken stone enigma. The potential discovery of a Stonehenge-like arrangement of stones beneath the waters of Lake Michigan has sparked intrigue among researchers. While conducting surveys for shipwrecks, researchers stumbled upon a cluster of stones about 40 feet underwater that appeared to be intentionally arranged. Mark Hawley, a professor of underwater archaeology at Northwestern Michigan College, led the team that made this intriguing find. The stones, measuring between 3 1/2 to 4 feet in width and about 5 feet in length, seemed to be deliberately positioned, suggesting human involvement rather than natural formation. If confirmed, these stones could have been placed during the last ice age when the lake bed was dry. One intriguing discovery was a rock with etchings that resembled a petroglyph depicting a mastodon-like figure, complete with head, tusk, trunk, and triangular ears. This find added another layer of mystery to the site. The age of the stone arrangement has been subject to debate, though with some proposing an age of over 10,000 years, coinciding with the time of mastodons. However, the presence of such detailed petroglyphs raises questions about the timeline and interactions between humans and megafauna. Beyond this discovery, though, stone circles and carvings have been found on nearby Beaver Island, further adding to the mystery surrounding these sites. Theories abound regarding their origins, including glacial deposits or Native American ceremonial use, but definitive evidence remains elusive. Number 12. The dreaded Dragon's Triangle. In our world, certain places exude an air of mystery and intrigue that transcends ordinary explanation. One such locale is the Devil's Sea, also known as the Dragon's Triangle, nestled near the Japanese coast in the Pacific. This ominous stretch of water, a counterpart to the infamous Bermuda Triangle, has beckoned sailors and sparked legends of supernatural occurrences for centuries. The Devil's Sea is shrouded in tales of inexplicable phenomena, its reputation bolstered by reports of vanishing ships and eerie encounters. However, the precise boundaries of the Devil's Sea remain a subject of dispute, with varying accounts placing it at distances ranging from 75 miles to over 815 miles from Japan's eastern coast. Legends surrounding the Devil's Sea trace back centuries, intertwining with historical events and mythical narratives. One such tale dates back to the 13th century, when the Mongol leader Kublai Khan's ambitious naval campaign to invade Japan was thwarted by devastating typhoons within the Dragon's Triangle. These legendary events, coupled with subsequent archaeological discoveries of Mongol fleets, bolstered the notion of supernatural intervention. The mysteries of the Devil's Sea continued into the 20th century, with a series of unexplained disappearances involving fishing vessels and military ships between Miyake Island and Iwo Jima. The Japanese government, alarmed by these incidents, dispatched a research vessel named Keiomaru No. 5 in 1952 to probe the region's secrets. Tragically, the fate that befell previous vessels also befell the Keiomaru No. 5, which vanished without a trace, leaving behind unanswered questions and a lingering sense of foreboding. Scholars have posited that electromagnetic disturbances caused by the intersecting hot and cold currents within the vial vortices could trap passing ships, while others attribute disappearances to subvolcanic activity or methane hydrate eruptions. Yet, despite these hypotheses, the Devil's Sea remains an enigma to nature's mysterious powers, defying conventional understanding. In popular culture, the Devil's Sea has been romanticized and mythologized, fueling the imaginations of writers and theorists. Charles Berlitz, a renowned author of paranormal literature, championed the notion of the Dragon's Triangle as a hub of malevolent forces responsible for countless maritime tragedies. Conversely, skeptics like Larry Kuesch have sought to debunk sensationalist claims, emphasizing mundane explanations for these purported disappearances. Number 11. Chromatic glacial marvels. The allure of icebergs extends beyond their sheer presence and their mesmerizing array of colors and patterns. In Antarctica, these colossal masses showcase a palette that includes green, blue, yellow, and even black, each color revealing a unique interaction with light. Fundamentally, pure ice devoid of impurities naturally absorbs longer wavelengths of light, particularly yellows and reds, more efficiently than shorter wavelengths like indigos and blues. This absorption phenomenon causes pure ice to appear blue when light is reflected back towards our eyes. Strip away the snowy layer, and the true colors emerge, a stunning revelation akin to gazing into a crevasse atop a snow-covered glacier, where the iceberg's inherent blue hue comes to life. The origins of differently colored icebergs also vary. They form from glacial ice, snow compacted into crystals and fused into massive slabs. They typically exhibit a brilliant blue color due to the absence of air within the ice, offering a gemstone-like clarity. On the other hand, icebergs composed of frozen seawater, known as marine ice, incorporate particles from the water that can alter their light interaction and color. For example, dead organic matter or iron-rich rock dust can impart shades of green and yellow to the marine ice, while defect-free marine ice may appear shiny and black due to minimal light scattering. Cracks play a pivotal role in the formation of striped icebergs. Fissures in ice shelves can become filled with seawater, which subsequently freezes, resulting in vivid bands of color. Over time, if cracks open intermittently and get flooded by various seawater compositions, the iceberg stripes can exhibit mesmerizing multicolored patterns. Number 10. Enigmatic seafloor mound. A mysterious circular structure exceeding the length of a Boeing 747 jet lies submerged about 30 feet beneath the Sea of Galilee in Israel, a discovery made by scientists in 2003 using sonar to map the lake's bottom. A geophysicist from Tel Aviv University who participated in the project describes how the team stumbled upon the structure by chance, noting its unusual dimensions compared to the lake's typically smooth bed. Initially resembling a large mound, archaeologists later likened it to a sizable Bronze Age statue composed of basalt rocks arranged in a cone shape. The structure has impressive dimensions, 230 feet at its base, 32 feet tall, and weighing an estimated 60,000 tons, twice the size of England's ancient Stonehenge. The geophysicist who conducted a scuba dive captured video footage of the formation. Evidence suggests it may have served as an underwater fish nursery, although archaeologists lean towards the theory that it was built on land and later submerged by rising water levels. Yakov, a leading archaeologist on the study, acknowledges the challenge posed by the structure's underwater location, complicating excavation efforts due to logistical and financial constraints. Despite those hurdles, though, attempts to determine its age point to a span of 2,000 to 12,000 years, factoring in sediment accumulation rates and comparative analysis. The purpose of the structure remains a mystery. Danny Nadel, an archaeologist from the University of Haifa involved in the study, speculates on potential functions ranging from ceremonial sites to burial grounds, emphasizing the need for further investigation to unravel the secrets. Nadel underscores the advantages of studying submerged ruins, citing Ohelo 2, an underwater site he excavated near the Sea of Galilee, as an example of the rich insights preserved in such environments. He emphasizes that underwater conditions can enhance preservation, providing detailed glimpses into the past. Number 9. Milky Seas, luminous enigma. The image of a ship gliding through opaque, glowing water akin to mist or fog, portrayed in films to evoke a lurking terror, reflects a real phenomenon known as the Milky Sea or Mariel. In the 1800s, sailors encountering the Milky Sea were mesmerized and terrified. They described it as resembling milk, clouds, molten lead, or a field of snow stretching from horizon to horizon. At the time, this mysterious glow was attributed to sinister causes, aligning with seafaring beliefs in sea monsters. Today, we understand that the Milky Sea is created by bioluminescent bacteria, billions upon trillions of them dwelling in the ocean, from the surface to the seafloor. Now, despite advancements in scientific knowledge, the precise mechanisms behind the phenomenon remain elusive. One notable discovery came in 1995 when a report from the steamship Lima described a glowing sea off the coast of Somalia, visible over an area equivalent to the size of Connecticut. Analyzing satellite imagery, a team confirmed bioluminescence in the Milky Sea, marking a significant milestone in understanding this phenomenon. Despite the advancements, though much remains unknown about Milky Seas, scientists continue to investigate using satellite technology to locate and study these phenomena. The ocean remains a realm of mystery, with phenomena like red tides and algal blooms adding to its allure. NASA has stated that our knowledge of space surpasses our understanding of Earth's oceans. Even with advanced technology, the mystery of the sea persists, which, frankly, is a cosmic power in its own right. Number 8. Immortal aquatic marvels. The quest for immortality has long fascinated humanity, leading us to explore diverse avenues from religion and cosmic bodies to modern science and the farthest corners of the Earth. Yet perhaps the secret to defying death has been hidden within the ocean all along, embodied by a remarkable creature, the jellyfish. Now, when we think of a jellyfish, we often think of the mature Medusa stage, characterized by drifting tentacle forms gliding through the water. However, the jellyfish life cycle begins with a larval stage, tiny cigar-shaped entities spiraling in search of a surface to attach to. Once anchored, the larvae transform into polyps resembling miniature sea anemones. These polyps reproduce asexually, rapidly forming colonies that can cover entire structures like boat docks in mere days. Under favorable conditions, these polyps then bloom into numerous baby jellyfish, initiating the next phase of their life cycle. If the beginning of a jellyfish's life is extraordinary, its demise is where the true marvel lies. The immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, is a species capable of defying death in a manner unparalleled in the animal kingdom. When the immortal jellyfish dies, it undergoes a remarkable transformation. Instead of decaying into oblivion, its cells reaggregate into polyps, which form new jellyfish, a resurrection of sorts, skipping back to an earlier life stage anew. While the immortality of jellyfish remains a biological anomaly unrelated to our human existence, scientists speculate about potential genetic implications. Could genetic splicing or manipulation unlock similar regeneration abilities in humans? Well, that is the question. Number 7. Submerged antiquity unveiled. Off the western coast of India, recent archaeological discoveries have unveiled what appears to be an extensive underwater city sprawling over 5 miles in length and 2 miles in width, situated 120 feet deep beneath the surface of the Gulf of Khambhat. These submerged remnants have the potential to reshape our understanding of civilizations. Unearthed by the National Institute of Ocean Technology during routine pollution surveys in December of 2000, this submerged complex, now known as the Gulf of Khambhat Cultural Complex, has sparked significant scholarly debate. Former Indian Science and Technology Minister Murli Manohar Joshi, announcing the discovery in 2001, proposed that this ancient metropolis predates even the renowned Bronze Age Indus Valley civilizations, positioning it as a potential cradle of human urbanization. A chief geologist of the scientific team asserts in Archaeological Online that these findings challenge conventional timelines, suggesting a sophisticated prehistoric society submerged by rising sea levels at the close of the last ice age. However, skepticism persists among experts. A leading authority on Indus scripts acknowledges the man-made structures but raises doubts about some artifacts, potentially washed in from somewhere else. Nevertheless, caution and skepticism prevail. Members of the British Museum underscore the need for further investigation before definitively attributing the site to a 9,000-year-old community. Challenges persist in exploring these treacherous underwater terrains, delaying conclusive determinations. Number 6. Enigmatic hollow ship. Dive deep into the aquatic mystery of Utsurobune, the hollow ship that washed ashore in Harinahama, Hitachi Province, Japan, back in 1803. This mysterious tale has puzzled historians, weaving a captivating narrative that continues to baffle to this day. Imagine this scene. A strange vessel, unlike any other, beached on the tranquil shores of Harinahama. The locals were astounded by its unfamiliar shape and mysterious materials, sparking curiosity and fear among the community. Legend has it that inside this peculiar ship was a beautiful woman adorned in strange attire, clutching a mysterious box close to her chest. She spoke in an unknown language, unable to communicate with those who approached her, despite their attempts. The locals could not unravel her origins or understand her purpose. Theories surrounding Utsurobune range from the fantastical to the skeptical. Some speculate that the woman was an extraterrestrial visitor, possibly stranded on Earth, a theory bolstered by a reported UFO sighting during the same era. Others suggest she might have been a time traveler, lost in an era foreign to her, equipped with technology beyond comprehension. Skeptics, on the other hand, dismissed the tale as a hoax or myth, attributing it to exaggerated accounts or misinterpretations of ordinary events. Regardless of the theory, the legend of Utsurobune has transcended time, inspiring movies, books, and even anime series. It continues to captivate audiences worldwide, drawing fascination from history buffs and mystery enthusiasts alike. If you go through ancient texts and artworks, then sure, you may find something that could be ancient alien, but the story of Utsurobune hits a little closer to home. The vessel may have been shaped like a modern-day flying saucer, but the fact that it appeared in the ocean really makes us wonder. The thing about legends is they're almost always based in some sort of reality. Number 5. Baffling oceanic sound. The bloop phenomenon, first detected by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in 1997, remains one of the most intriguing mysteries of the deep ocean. This ultra-low frequency, high-amplitude sound, detected near a remote point in the South Pacific Ocean, puzzled scientists and sparked a range of speculative theories about its origin and nature. Initially, there was speculation that the bloop sound might have originated from a large marine animal due to its distinctive profile. However, NOAA later attributed the sound to non-tectonic cryosis, specifically noises generated by ice movements such as icequakes or icequakes. These ice-related phenomena can produce sounds of sufficient amplitude to be detected over vast distances. The bloop source was roughly pinpointed to a location west of the southern tip of South America, where the Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array detected this sound. The system is primarily used to monitor undersea seismicity and marine mammal populations, and it identified the bloop as a unique event with characteristics unlike typical undersea sounds. Those icequakes, a phenomenon associated with fracturing and movement of ice sheets, were identified as a probable cause of the bloop sound. Icequakes, where sections of glaciers or icebergs break off and fall into the ocean, can produce distinct spectrograms and amplitude patterns similar to the bloop recording. Despite scientific explanations linking the bloop to ice-related events, questions and intrigue persist. The sheer magnitude and characteristics of the bloop sound, heard over 3,400 miles away from its source, raised some interesting possibilities. Some theories suggested the bloop might be evidence of unknown, extraordinarily large marine creatures lurking in the depths, entities capable of producing sounds far more powerful than any known animal calls. David Wallman's speculative inquiry in New Scientist highlighted the mystery surrounding the bloop, emphasizing the improbable nature of an animal-produced sound of such intense intensity and range. While scientific consensus leans towards ice-related explanations, the allure of the bloop mystery endures, fueling imaginations and sparking discussions about the hidden depths of the world's oceans. Oh, and about 20 years after its discovery, the mystery of the bloop was solved, but to pull back the curtain now would spoil all the fun. Number 4. Underwater waterfalls wonder. There are waterfalls, and then there are underwater waterfalls. About 2,000 miles off the eastern coast of Africa lies a chain of islands known as the Mascarene Islands, with the largest among them being Mauritius, home to over 1.2 million people. These islands were formed by volcanic activity originating from a hot spot beneath the Indian Ocean, resulting in a unique landscape characterized by lush vegetation and diverse wildlife. Amid this natural splendor, Mauritius boasts a fascinating and enigmatic feature: an underwater waterfall. Now, the concept of an underwater waterfall might sound perplexing at first, but there is a compelling scientific explanation behind this phenomenon. Unlike typical continental land masses that gradually slope into deep ocean waters, Mauritius sits atop a submarine plateau characterized by an abrupt change in water depth. The Mascarene Plateau, where Mauritius is situated, is a relatively young geological formation. The underwater waterfall phenomenon off the southern coast of Mauritius is not caused by conventional water flow, but by the movement of sand. Coastal erosion, driven by powerful currents, transports vast quantities of sand from the shallow shelves surrounding Mauritius. This sand is carried towards a deep trench at the edge of the plateau, where it descends into the deeper ocean waters. While this waterfall is a stunning sight, it also underscores the dynamic and transient nature of geological formations. Will it continue to inspire awe and wonder for generations to come, or will it recede into the waters? Mauritius, like many volcanic islands, is subject to ongoing processes gradually reshaping its landscape over time. Despite this natural evolution, though, the underwater waterfall will continue to inspire awe and wonder for generations to come. Number 3. Bimini Road. The enduring mystery of Atlantis has captured imaginations for centuries, fueled by ancient texts, historical speculation, and intriguing archaeological finds like the Bimini Road off the coast of northern Bimini in the Bahamas. The Bimini Road, sometimes dubbed the Bimini Wall, is an underwater rock formation located about 18 feet below the ocean's surface. This intriguing structure extends in a northeast-southwest line for about half a mile before gracefully curving at its end. Alongside the main Bimini Road, there are two smaller linear formations that share similar characteristics. Now, what makes this site compelling is its construction. The road is composed of limestone blocks, many of which are rectangular in shape. Despite the erosion caused by time underwater, these blocks retain evidence of right angles, suggesting deliberate shaping. The larger blocks, measuring between 10 to 13 feet in length and about 7 to 10 feet in width, appear to line up and even stack in a manner that suggests intentional arrangement. The composition of the limestone blocks, referred to as beach rock, is native to the Bahamas, which initially led divers who discovered the road in 1968 to describe it as resembling a pavement. But one of the most intriguing aspects linking the Bimini Road to the legend of Atlantis is a prediction made by an American mystic, Edgar Cayce, in 1938. Cayce prophesied that the discovery of a road leading to the ancient temples of Atlantis near Bimini, with an anticipated time frame of 1968 or 1969, remarkably close to the actual discovery date. Believers in the Atlantis theory suggest that the Bimini Road could be a remnant of the fabled city, potentially leading to further undiscovered structures. However, skepticism remains prevalent among archaeologists, who emphasize that the limestone beach rock likely formed naturally and was exposed through erosion, rather than being intentionally arranged by ancient hands. Carbon dating of the block supports this natural theory of origin, although it doesn't entirely rule out the possibility of ancient manipulation. Number 2. Perplexing wave patterns. A wave anomaly, in the context of oceanography and meteorology, refers to an irregular or unexpected pattern of waves that deviates significantly from typical ocean wave behavior. Ocean waves are typically generated by the wind, which imparts energy to the water's surface, causing it to form waves. These waves can travel over long distances, influenced by factors such as wind speed, duration, and fetch, which is the distance over which the wind blows. In normal circumstances, waves follow predictable patterns based on prevailing weather conditions and ocean currents. However, A wave anomaly occurs when a wave displays characteristics that are uncommon or unexpected for a given location and time. This could involve unusually large waves known as rogue waves, waves traveling in atypical directions, or sudden changes in wave height that can't easily be explained by conventional models. Recently, a notable wave anomaly captured global attention when a weather mapping system detected a massive cluster of waves off the coast of Africa. These waves, towering over 80 feet in height and spanning a vast area exceeding the size of Texas, appeared to move through the ocean over a period of approximately 24 hours before disappearing. The anomalous nature of these waves, coupled with their sheer size, led to widespread speculation and intrigue. Online commenters, drawing parallels to unidentified flying objects or UFOs, referred to this phenomenon as an unidentified submersible object, essentially the oceanic equivalent of a UFO. Some proposed imaginative explanations ranging from the presence of mythical sea creatures like Cthulhu to the idea of a submerged alien craft navigating the deep ocean. This wave anomaly was brought to public attention through a graphic shared on social media platforms and discussed in various online forums. This visual depiction sparked a range of responses, with users sharing jokes, theories, and concerns. However, upon closer investigation by meteorological experts, including representatives from the Ventusky weather app, it was determined that the anomaly was not indicative of extraordinary events in the ocean. Instead, it was attributed to a model error within the weather visualization system. This stemmed from inaccuracies in the model used to generate the wave data, rather than reflecting actual oceanic phenomena. David Prattle, a spokesperson for Ventusky, clarified that the anomaly resulted from a glitch in the modeling system provided by the German Meteorological Service, the DWD. He explained that the large-scale weather models possess extensive datasets collected from ships and buoys distributed throughout the ocean, and occasional errors can arise within that computational framework. Whoops! Number 1. Enigmatic Undersea Monument. The Yonaguni Monument, or Yonaguni Island submarine topography, presents an intriguing mystery off the coast of Japan's Ryukyu Islands, with origins speculated to stretch back over 10,000 years. Discovered in 1986 by a diver scouting for hammerhead sharks, this monument caught the attention of marine geologist Masaki Kimura from the University of Ryukyu, who dedicated nearly 2 decades to exploring the mystery. Kimura contends that the structure's numerous right angles, strategically positioned holes, and geometric shapes suggest human intervention. He even identifies what he interprets as carvings resembling ancient script alongside alleged architectural features like pyramids, castles, roads, monuments, and even a stadium, all leading him to propose a connection to the mythical lost continent of Mu, akin to Atlantis in Japanese lore. However, skeptics like Robert Schoch from Boston University argue that the formation's appearance aligns with natural geological processes typical of sandstones, especially in regions with significant tectonic activity and faults. Although artifacts like pottery, stone tools, and fireplaces dating back to around 2500 BCE have been discovered nearby, they merely suggest past human habitation rather than affirming the monument's artificial construction. The geological composition dates back approximately 20 million years, with a potential window for human interaction during the last ice age when the area was linked to Taiwan by a land bridge. However, both the Japanese government's Agency for Cultural Affairs and the Okinawa Prefecture government have declined to recognize Yonaguni as a historical cultural site, further complicating the narrative around its origins. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.